Are Russian people religious? Hi friends, my name is Alex, I'm Russian, and in this video I'll answer on this question. From what I've noticed, people in Europe and in the United States have this image of a common Russian person. Usually it's a common Russian girl with a headscarf, and for her the most important in her life it's a family. So she thinking about her husband, children, she thinking about how to born children as early as she can, like at 20 or at even 80 years old. And of course it's always connecting with religious, so we're going to the church like every week. At least it's what I've seen in the mind of people abroad of Russia. But honestly, I will say that it isn't true, at least like 200 years. I will say that we're not really religious right now, and I will describe why it's so. So, why Russian people don't religious? Exists several important reasons for that, and the first and the most important in my opinion is that 30 years ago we were not Russia but the Soviet Union, and in Soviet Union every religious was declined, so it was declined to pray to any type of god. I think that it was because Soviet Union party was trying to be religious for people, especially concerning how many bustes and statues of Lenin and Stalin do we have. Looks like some people really were praying to them. So, and Soviet Union was exist for around 80 years, so it's several generation of people, and of course as it was declined, a lot of family just lost their religions. Yes, in the last 30 years some of those families who lost it before, they became religious again, but still a lot of people lose it and wasn't thinking about it. Like, what's the purpose to think about it if my parents, for example, weren't religious? Some people can think in this way. And also exists second idea is that if you look at the pictures of a common Orthodox church, it's usually big, white and with a golden roof. Those golden roofs aren't painted by golden color. No, usually they really covered by real gold. It looks incredible, honestly, but knowing that people in Russia pretty poor, so they live in poverty. Russia, the country in general, is a pretty rich country, but people living in the poverty, like average salary for around like $200 per month. So looking at golden roofs of the church for some people is a painful thing. Just imagine a common person who's earning like $200 per month. The biggest part of his money he is spending just to pay for his apartment and for the food, and in the end of month you are lucky if you have like $10 or $15 left, or maybe you even living in a debt. And when you're walking around the streets you see this huge church with golden roofs, and you think like, why government, for example, spending money on this church instead of spending on I don't know, on infrastructure, on creating a new job position, creating new factories or anything like this. So this also affects on people and makes them even less religious than they were before, for example. And in connection with these things, really, a lot of people not just not religious in Russia, they really hate religious. They hate Russian church in particular. And I don't think that it's good, and sometimes I even think that it's still made on purpose, honestly, because from what I've noticed, usually religious helps to people to stand in a difficult moments. Of course, if we're not talking about fanatic people who are just crazy about that, but still, in general. And even in other countries, like more modern countries, more like cultural countries, I don't know, even in USA, for example, people are much more religious, and it's helping them. So, and also it's connected with the family stuff, that people aren't really family, at least as much in other countries people think. Like Russia is a top 3 country by divorce statistic. So taking in account all countries which are exist, we're in a top 3 position by how many divorce happens in Russia. But I think I can talk about it in any another video. So I hope this video was interesting for you and maybe even useful. It was Alex. See you in the next video. Bye.